In the early 1500s, a young Mayan hunter named Jaguar Paw lived peacefully in the Central American rainforest. One day, while hunting with his friends, they come across a tapir caught in a trap. After putting the animal out of its misery, Jaguar Paw shares the meat with his buddies. There's a funny moment when Blunted, who desires children with his wife, receives the least desirable part, a prank played by Jaguar Paw's father with some special leaves. Their peaceful day takes a turn when they encounter a group of refugees. These weary travelers, led by a fisherman named Hiram Soto, explain their village was attacked and they seek a new home. Jaguar Paw offers them food, but his father, Flint Sky, cuts the conversation short. On their walk back, Flint Sky warns his son that the refugees carry fear, and that fear can be contagious. Back in the village, Jaguar Paw greets his happy wife, Seven, who's pregnant, and their playful son, Turtles Run. Blunted races to his wife, Skyflower, but is scolded by her impatient mother for not giving them grandchildren yet. The fun takes a turn when Blunted gets tricked by Flint Sky's special leaves. They cause a burning sensation. Laughter fills the air, even from Blunted after the initial shock. Later, an old storyteller warns of people taking too much from nature, but the celebration continues with music and dance. Despite the joy, Jaguar Paw seems troubled, something his wife, Seven, notices. Jaguar Paw wakes from a bad dream to fire and screams. Warriors attack, burning homes and capturing villagers. He hides his wife and son in a deep well and then fights back, but the village falls. Blunted is captured, Skyflower disappears, and Jaguar Paw watches in horror as his father is killed. The survivors are tied together and marched away, leaving the children alone with the dead. One warrior spots Jaguar Paw looking back, cuts a rope he doesn't understand, and leads the captives away. The scary leader reunites with his injured son. They join another group of the refugees Jaguar Paw saw earlier. The captured villagers and children are forced on a brutal journey. As they cross a river, a woman shouts she'll care for the scared children. At night, the leader gives his son a weapon, a sign he's a man now. Meanwhile, a captured villager mourns his lost wife. On their journey, a hurt villager almost falls off a cliff. Jaguar Paw and others save him. A cruel warrior pushes the villagers off anyway, angering their leader. The warrior argues, then keeps taunting Jaguar Paw. Near a ruined village, the group meets a sick girl. She stares at Jaguar Paw and speaks in a scary voice, like a curse. She warns there's a dangerous man among them, and the others just ignore her. The captives reach a big city. People work in dusty quarries and sickness is everywhere. An old man begs for help but is cruelly ignored. Women are sold as slaves, and Blunted watches his elderly mother-in-law left behind, lost and alone. The men are marched through scary tunnels with pictures of sacrifices. Women in blue are led to a tall pyramid. Jaguar Paw watches in horror as prisoners are killed one by one. When it's his turn, the sun disappears. The crowd panics, thinking it's the gods. The priest uses this to show his power and spares Jaguar Paw. He orders the other captives killed anyway. Jaguar Paw and the remaining prisoners are forced into a cruel game. They're paired up and promised freedom if they can outrun their guards across a giant court. But it's all a lie. As they sprint for their lives, the guards pelt them with spears and rocks. One by one, Jaguar Paw's friends fall, struck down by the merciless guards. Filled with rage and desperation, Jaguar Paw fights back. He uses the last bit of his strength to save himself, striking down a guard before disappearing into the thick forest. Jaguar Paw escapes the deadly game, but the fight isn't over. Zero Wolf, enraged by his son's death, hunts Jaguar Paw through a field of corpses and into the jungle. Jaguar Paw barely escapes, climbing a tree just as the Hulkanes pass below. But his victory is short-lived. A mother jaguar and her cub appear, presenting a new danger. Meanwhile, the Hulkanes backtrack and find Jaguar Paw's trail. They chase him again, but this time fate intervenes. A jaguar attacks one of the hunters, giving Jaguar Paw a chance to slip away deeper into the jungle. Jaguar Paw escapes the chase, but the hunters are relentless. Zero Wolf, fueled by revenge, leads them through a brutal night chase. Drunkard's 4 stumbles upon a clue left by Jaguar Paw, but is tragically killed by a snake. Finally, Jaguar Paw is cornered at a waterfall. With no other choice, he leaps over the edge, plunging into the raging water below. He survives the fall and defiantly declares his right to the land. Zero Wolf, consumed by anger, kills one of his own men who suggests a safer way down. The remaining hunters follow Zero Wolf, jumping into the water after Jaguar Paw, their pursuit continuing. Escaping the waterfall, Jaguar Paw finds himself covered in mud. He chooses to fight back, not run. As the Hulkanes come closer, he flings a wasp's nest at them, unleashing a swarm of angry insects. He then races to a stream, gathers poison from a frog with thorns, and hides in the reeds, ready for a final stand. Meanwhile, Danger finds Seven too. Trapped in the cistern, she tries to climb out with the rope but falls back in. Though unharmed, the fall triggers her childbirth. Jaguar Paw uses a blowgun to take down one of them. He faces another hunter in a brutal fight, barely dodging a blow and delivering a fatal one himself. With rain pouring down, Jaguar Paw races back to save his family, knowing the cistern will overflow. The remaining hunters see their fallen comrade and give chase, Zero Wolf leading the pack. Jaguar Paw reaches the cistern to find Seven in labor, but gets pinned down by an arrow. He escapes as Zero Wolf arrives, and the other hunters find Seven and the baby at the bottom of the filling cistern. The chase continues. Jaguar Paw ditches the chase and sets a trap, using his knowledge of the forest. Zero Wolf falls victim to the trap, giving Jaguar Paw a breather. He pushes himself to the beach, collapsing from exhaustion as the remaining hunters close in. But their attention is stolen by something even bigger: Spanish ships arriving on the shore. The hunters are mesmerized by this new threat, allowing Jaguar Paw to escape back to the cistern. He finds Seven with their newborn baby, and they climb out just in time. As they look back at the Spanish ships, Seven wonders if they should join them. Jaguar Paw, however, chooses the unknown and leads his family deeper into the forest, seeking a new beginning.